Carlos and the Jungle Animals. One Valentine's Day, the animals decided to have a party in the jungle where there was a lot of food, alcohol, and marijuana. Carlos lived near the place where the party was made. The animals were listening to a song of Maluma, so there was a lot of noise. That noise caused the beast to wake up in a bad mood because he thought that Maluma was a gay extraterrestrial. Carlos got so angry that he made the decision to go out and silence all the animals. On the way, he met Peter, an elephant, who came from Chanchar with his girlfriend Maria. Pedro said to Carlos, "Good morning," to what Carlos responds, "And they have good, fat elephant." Pedro was offended, hurt, and angry at the same time. Pedro tried to hit Carlos, but his girlfriend prevented him. Carlos continued his way and he found a dog. The dog had a shotgun that Carlos was afraid to say a bad comment for fear that he would shoot and take an eye because just Carlos had dreamed that the way he would die. He continued on his way to the point of the party where the magpie was found. Bonnie the cat rabbit, Anastasia the turtle, the frog Rene, Oscar the armadillo, and Mario the donkey. The tiger shouted, "I don't want to listen to the songs of Maluma. Let me sleep." He was so angry that his voice changed. Pedro tried to take the flight, but Carlos captured in the air. Bonnie tried to sing one of his songs, but the tiger got even more angry because he thought the musical genre was homosexual. So from a slapping, he called the bad rabbit. The turtle was too slow to that he did not understand what was happening. He was just watching the flights while smoking a cigarette. The frog felt indifference towards his companions and took out his phone to make a live Facebook of the fight.
Oscar the armadillo began to discuss with Carlos. Oscar got into his shell and Carlos pushed him downhill. Oscar went rolling. Saying this, Mario kicked Carlos, but this only infuriated him more. Carlos gave Mario a handful and started crying. Then Mufasa, the king of the jungle, got angry with Carlos, began to humiliate him in front of all the animals, and they started screaming at him ugly things. Mufasa take the decision to exile him from the community for the acts he was making. Carlos gets sad and decides to leave the party. Unfortunately, the tiger could not control his emotion. He only wanted to sleep and be able to rest since he had a very arduous worship. Carlos packed his suitcase and takes a flight to Tegucigalpa, where he tries to reveal his life, find a girl who wants to marry him and start a family. Carlos goes to a party and meets a group of zebras who came from Guatemala. Among them, there was a psychologist who noticed the sadness that Carlos presented. The name of the zebra was Marta. She separated from the group. After several drinks, Carlos started talking about his feelings and what happened in the jungle. Marta advised him and guided him psychologically. Carlos understand that his behavior had not been good and that he should have asked for things an educated way. Carlos, after analyzing the situation, decides to return to the jungle. He talks to Mufasa and explains the reason he had to act that way. Mufasa removed the exile to Carlos, but with the condition that must apologize with all the animals of the jungle and had work in the jungle. Carlos looked each one of the affected animals and he apologizes. He promised that he'd not be repetitive, greet all the animals daily, and help the community. The Mufasa king officially removes the exile for Carlos. From that moment, when there are parties in the jungle, Carlos uses earplugs to sleep and the rest after a long day of work. The end.